Property tax adjustments usually happen at closing or the possession date. When a property changes hands, it's essential to fairly distribute the property taxes between both the buyer and the seller. This process, known as the property tax adjustment, is typically handled by legal professionals during the closing of the sale and or the possession date. In most municipalities, taxes are going to be paid for on June 30th or about midway throughout the year at the end of June, which are going to cover the entire calendar year from January 1 to December 31st. Depending on when the closing date is, adjustments will ensure that each party pays their fair share. An example of this is if the seller has paid the full years of property taxes, let's say on June 30th, and the possession closing date is to happen after June 30th, then the buyer will reimburse the seller for the portion of the year that they own the property. Now, vice
Now,
versa, if the property taxes have not been paid and the closing day, let's say, is prior to the payment date, midway through the year, then the seller will provide the buyer with a credit for their share of the taxes up to the closing day that they resided in the property. These adjustments are calculated precisely to the closing date, ensuring that an equitable distribution of tax responsibilities happens.